One of the most common complaints I hear when talking about My Hero Academia is the world building or the wasted potential in the show's hero society. However, I completely disagree, as I think the single best part of this series is the hero society it takes place within. As although it isn't as whimsical and creative as a superpowered society could be, it deals with the concept of superpowers in the real world in an engaging and thought-provoking way. And if you could do me a favour, drop a like and a subscription. Thanks. Also, a quick spoiler warning, I'll be referencing some things from the manga in this discussion, but they won't be plot spoilers and I won't be giving names of any characters involved in these moments, so you shouldn't get spoiled really anything. So with all of that out of the way, let's go beyond plus ultra. Now, when the world was confronted with the first superhumans, those with powers thought they could do whatever they wanted. Power corrupts, so this is understandable. If you were born bulletproof, then why not rob a store? I mean, what will the cops do, shoot you? It's an understandable train of thought. So in the face of these superhuman criminals, certain heroic individuals took it into their own hands. These were the first heroes, and after a while, as more people became superhuman, it became an officially sanctioned profession. The use of quirks in public was made illegal, except under specific circumstances, which is seen as the fairest way to keep the peace. However, this is one of the main flaws of this society. Quirks are limitless, they can't be well defined, and so living in a world with them is made even more difficult. For example, what if you had a quirk that causes anyone near you to feel ill, or let's say you have a creature like Dark Shadow within you that you cannot control. Ideally these would be dealt with on a case-by-case basis, but in a world where everyone has a different power, it just doesn't work that way. Your quirk shapes you for better or for worse. If your quirk involves blood like togas or stains, then you'll be drawn to blood as it is in your blood. No amount of quirk counselling can help some people. For some, their quirks are just not fit for society. This is a theme beautifully explored in the manga, but as I don't want to focus on spoilers, as I said before, I'll move on to the idea of heroes themselves. The definition of a hero is a person who is admired for their courage, outstanding achievements or noble qualities, and this is where the terror that is Stain comes to play. Stain, though only being in a handful of episodes, is probably only second to All Might in the effect he has had on the characters in this series. He believes in true heroes, people who are courageous and help others just because it's right with no concern for fame or fortune. In a world where superheroes are the equivalent of today's music artists and actors, it is easy to understand Stain's ideals. Many pros in the series are heroes for their own reasons, be it fame, fortune or family legacy. However, very few are heroes just to save others. All Might is the prime example of a true hero. He worked hard to become the symbol of peace. He didn't just want to save people, he wanted to change the world, which makes him surprisingly similar to Stain. By becoming a symbol, he gave the people hope and discouraged criminals. In Stain's eyes, All Might was worthy. He was worthy of being called a hero. This idea of what a true hero is one of the most crucial pieces in the narrative of My Hero Academia. The League of Villains want to change the world. Other people from the manga want to change the world, and Stain wanted to change the world. Conviction is a very important aspect of this series, and Stain embodies this. He wants to change the world for the better, and he may be right. The society of My Hero isn't perfect, far from it, but it is realistic. It is the compromise the government had to make to keep the majority of the people safe at the cost of the unfortunate few. By having a society focused on heroes, it also casts just the biggest light on those calling themselves villains. Shinzo is an amazing character, even if at least in the anime he really hasn't done much. He wants to be a hero just as much as any of Class 1A, but due to his quirk, couldn't. His quirk was that suited for a villain, not a hero. Although discrimination by sexuality, ethnicity and gender isn't that common in this series, discrimination based on quirks is. Shinzo had the quirk fit for a villain. Society decided that for him. He was discouraged from being a hero by society as his quirk was not flashy or fit for a hero. Spinner, who looks like a lizard, was discriminated against for his looks. Mutation type quirks can give you a goddamn doghead, and even worse, emitter types like Tokiyami can also still look like birds. Your quirk reflects your role in society. Have a destructive or manipulative quirk, you're seen as a villain. If your power is flashy and strong, you are seen as a hero. It isn't fair, but life isn't. By normalising heroes as a profession, it encouraged those less heroic people to rise up and some of those with truly heroic qualities to fall behind. This is best seen in the number 2 hero, Endeavour. He is hardly a true hero like All Might, but has risen to the spot of number 2, whereas someone like Midoriya may have never had a chance to even stand in the ring. even though he truly only wants to just save people with a smile. In the manga there is a moment where a character tries to save a falling worker, but ends up in the way of a pro, is reprimanded for his heroic act and discouraged even though he was just trying to help. Even though this is a society that revolves around heroes, it actually encourages the selfish and limits the truly heroic. No system is perfect, and with the way the My Hero story is going, the hero society may change for the better or for the worse. The whole of the story is about change, from the rise and retirement of All Might to the League of Villains' actions which have caused a continual change and loss of faith in the public's view of heroes. It is truly an amazing world, and I think the world building in this regard is top notch. But there's probably a guy with a quote that makes his dick get super swole, so yeah, I'll just leave you on that point. Arigato for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and please subscribe, as I'm really trying to grow this channel and make it the best it can be. So leave your thoughts on the topic down below in the comment section, as I'd love to read them. With that said, I've been Seth the Sin, the deadly sin of geek, and I am signing out.